Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ella and today we are doing a reading challenge, okay? Today we are going to be, well really this week we're going to be swapping my screen time for reading time. It is going to be brutal, okay? That is all I can say. It's going to be very, very brutal. I have some very high times coming up later this week. My attention span is very poor. My brain is mush because I spend so much time on my phone. So hopefully this week we can scoop that sludge that used to be my brain up into a nice mold that looks like a brain, and it can be a fully formed object again and not just ooze in my head. So today is Monday. Last Monday, my average screen time was 5 hours and 17 minutes. So today I have to read for 5 hours and 17 minutes. So let's just go ahead. Let's hop into it. Let's skip to reading. Alrighty, we have our timer set for 5 hours and 17 minutes. We're gonna hop into Treasure Island again. I'm on page 136 out of like 216. So hopefully we'll be able to finish this one today and maybe start another one. So let's just do it. Alright, so we finished Treasure Island. I've got an hour and 23 minutes left. It didn't take me that long to finish it, but I deducted an hour and a half earlier because that's how long I was listening to my audiobook on my way to school this morning. So I finished this. I'm gonna give it like 3 stars. And I'm gonna take a break and listen to more of my audiobook while I do some chores, and hopefully that will bump the time down. But we'll still have time to start our next book. I gotta figure out what we're gonna read. But yeah, moving right along. Also, we're listening to The House in the Cerulean Sea. That's the audiobook. So I'm gonna probably listen to like 30 minutes of that while I do some chores and stuff, and then get to whatever we're gonna do next. Okay, so I did the chores. I listened to like 30 minutes more of the book, but I decided I'm just going to keep listening to the book for the remaining 40 minutes and play Tears of the Kingdom because that sounded more fun than starting a brand new book. So we're gonna officially close day number 1 as a success. We finished Treasure Island and we got like 4 hours worth of House on the Cerulean Sea done, like sparse throughout today. So I would say successful, and we will see what tomorrow brings. Okay, it's day number 2. I'm about to go into work, but I am gonna try to read a big chunk of today's time while I'm here. I have 5 hours and 5 minutes I need to do today. I've already done 10 minutes on the way here on my audiobook, and I'm gonna be here for 4 hours. So I brought some books with me, and I will update you when I am leaving how much we got done. Okay, so I didn't get much reading done. I still have 2 hours and 58 minutes left I need to read for today, but I did get to like page 77 in The Secret Life of Bees. So I'm gonna go home, take a shower, have some lunch, and then read for 2 hours and 58 minutes and get probably another good chunk into this because it's kind of quick and easy to read. So, okay, final update for today. It's the end of the day. I kind of skipped some time after work, but I've been listening to my audiobook while I did some like housework and stuff. And I've only got an hour left of my time that I need to do today. And I also only have an hour left in the book. So I figured I would just finish it out, play some more Tears of the Kingdom. We got a game over right now, girly. I'm at the Goron boss. I can't remember what it's called, but it's pissing me off. Anyway, I'm actually starting to enjoy this book again because I've been listening to House in the Cerulean Sea for like 3 months now, because I really was not into it in the beginning. But the last few days I've listened to so much all at once, and I am liking it more. So I'm really eager to finish it. I think we're ending Secret Life of Bees at like 70 pages today, but I'm going to be reading for a long time tomorrow, so I'm honestly expecting to finish that book tomorrow and then start another one after it. So tonight we're going to finish House on the Cerulean Sea, and that'll be the last thing we do, and then I will talk to you tomorrow for tomorrow's time. So see you then. Okay, welcome to Wednesday. It is Wednesday, my dudes, and today is the worst day of this whole challenge. Today we have to read for 8 hours and 25 minutes because that's how long I was on my screen last Wednesday. So I've already sort of gotten started today. I didn't get to tell you earlier because I was running late, but I had class this morning and I got up kind of early for like an interview. So I've been up for a while and I've been listening to a new audiobook, the American Prometheus audiobook about Oppenheimer, because I saw the movie, and Oppenheimer used to be my special interest in middle school, like just exclusively the Manhattan Project, nothing else about his life. So yeah, now I'm cycling back through that. So I'm listening to the audiobook. I've been listening to it for a while now because I'm down to 6 hours and 40 minutes left to do for today, and it's about 4 o'clock now. So I've still got a lot of time to do, but we took out a big chunk of it listening to that, and I'm probably going to listen to more of it today while I either go on a walk because it's such a beautiful day, or play Tears of the Kingdom because I cannot sit still for 6 hours and 40 minutes to read a physical book. So we're going to try to read more of The Secret Life of Bees today, but I don't know if I'm going to finish it because I'm not going to spend all of my time reading it. So we'll see how it shakes out. Right now I might read some Secret Life of Bees before lunch and then switch back to American Prometheus. So I will update you as the day goes on, and see you then. Just cutting in here to say that I failed that reading challenge for yesterday, Wednesday, the 8 hours. Yeah, yesterday was just not a great day. I couldn't focus. I had other things I needed to do. So I ended the day still needing to read for like 4.5 hours. So we failed that one. I'm sorry, guys. We failed for Wednesday. But yeah, we did great today. Today is now Thursday, and you will hear about it in a second. Hello and welcome to Thursday. Today we have to read for 4 hours and 59 minutes. I've already gotten another start because, again, I was running late for school. I didn't have time to record anything, but I listened to American Prometheus, and we are down to 3 hours and 40 minutes to do today. And I'm about to head to work, where I'm going to try to get all of that time done. I'll probably end up with like at least an hour and a half left to do when I get home. That's just how it goes. I can't read the whole time I'm there. But I will update you when I'm leaving work if we got a good chunk of reading done. So let's go. Hello, it's me. I'm in my car again. I just got off of work. They're letting me leave early because we're so dead today. I probably had like 5 customers. So I have an hour left of my reading. I was able to read for like 3 hours today on The Secret Life of Bees. We're on page 227. So I am going to try to finish this today because it's getting more interesting. And there's only like 70 pages left, so we're gonna try to finish that with the remaining hour I have to read today. But today has been a success, thank the Lord. All right, a little update for the end of the day. We did read for the total time today. We actually ran out of time, and I decided to keep reading because I was so close to finishing the book, and we just finished The Secret Life of Bees. I'm thinking it's gonna be a 3-star right now. I have some conflicted feelings. Maybe we'll talk about it at the end of the video. But yeah, we finished this today. So tomorrow is Friday. That's gonna be the last day of the challenge, and I'm going to start Hang the Moon tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it. We'll have to see how long we're gonna be reading for tomorrow, but I will for sure get started tomorrow on that. So I will see you then. Hello, it is Friday. It's the last day of this challenge. And today we were supposed to read for 6 hours and 16 minutes. That's how long I was on my phone last Friday. It's kind of midway through the day already. I've already gone to work and had my shower and everything. So I listened to American Prometheus for a while today, and we were down to 3 hours from the 6 hours and 16 minutes that we need to read for. So I'm gonna start Hang the Moon now and read that for 2 hours, and then I'm watching a movie with my parents, and then I'll read for another hour when that's over to complete the time we have to do today. But I think we can do it as long as I focus and stay present. I think we can finish this with only one failure this week, but let's just get right into it. Hello, it is the Ella of Saturday evening. Yeah, we failed the challenge yesterday. I think the last time I talked to you, I had like 3 hours left to do, and I was gonna go watch a movie with my parents. Well, I read for probably another hour, didn't get far. I am on page 51 of Hang the Moon. It was not really holding my attention, so I didn't really want to go back and spend more time reading it. I am gonna spend more time reading it like in my free time this weekend. But yeah, I hate to report it. I could have lied to you guys, but you know what? I ain't a liar. It's not in my heart. I'm a hater, but I'm not a liar. So yeah, I failed 2 of the 5 days. We failed. I'll give you a better update tomorrow on all our progress we made this week, but yeah, I thought I'd let you know. Friday we failed with like probably 2 hours left to go that day. So alright, we have reached the wrap-up portion of this video. So this week in total we should have read about 30 hours. Did we read 30 hours this week? No. I think I didn't keep track as well as I should have, and if I did this again I would keep better track of the time that I actually read. But I'm guessing we read between 22 to 25 hours this week, but we didn't hit that 30-hour mark for sure, because I know for sure we failed on 2 different days. But we finished 3 books this week. 2 of them we had already started, to be quite fair, but we finished 3 and we started 2 new ones. So let's rapid fire through the books we read, starting with Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. When we started this challenge, I think we were already at least halfway through this book. Can't really remember where we started it at. But we finished it. We gave it 3 stars because it is a classic. It's very old. It's just written kind of very it's like a sluggish read because it uses language we don't use anymore through a lot of the book, and especially it's like concentrated pirate language that you don't really hear very often. So it was a bit of a slog to get through sometimes, but the story itself was kind of fun, and I really like the character of Captain Long John Silvers. He is definitely totally like, think Captain Barbossa in Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, very charismatic, but willing to jump ship at a moment's notice. He is the one who starts the mutiny against the good guys, which includes Jim Hawkins, the kid, the main character. Long John starts a mutiny with the rest of the crew against Jim Hawkins and some other people, but towards the end he's ready to flip sides to save his own butt. So yeah, it's just very interesting. He's very charismatic. The story is very like classic swashbuckling, looking for treasure. The island atmosphere is very interesting as well. Yeah, I thought it was fun, a little old-timey for me. The next book that we read and finished is The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. The Secret Life of Bees follows 14-year-old Lily as she escapes from her abusive father and takes with her her black nanny who has raised her for the last 10 years, Rosaline. On her escape, she has busted Rosaline out of jail because Rosaline pissed off some mega racists, and she was arrested and was probably definitely going to be killed had she not been busted out by Lily. So Lily's grand plan is to take them to her dead mother's hometown, maybe. She doesn't know. But she makes it there and she meets August, the beekeeper, also black. Every character in this story is black except for Lily. That's important. That's the theme of the book, I promise. She meets August, June, and May, who are sisters, and they are beekeepers. And it sort of follows their time together over a period of time. My issue with this book and why I gave it 3 stars is because our main character is Lily, and she is a 14-year-old white girl, and she is naive, and she is uneducated, which isn't necessarily her fault. She is a child in the South in the 60s. But out of all the characters that could have been the main characters, Lily is the most boring one to make the main character. It definitely has white savior vibes throughout the book, especially her relationship with Rosaline, the one she has to save. Because she at no point ever really shows any gratitude or appreciation for Rosaline, despite Rosaline raising her and being her stand-in mother. So that's pretty frustrating, and it just doesn't sit super well with me personally, the way it's written, and just her being the main character and being so annoying when any of the other characters would have been great to have their perspective. The story was really interesting. The sisters were awesome. The pink house was cool. Everything that went on there was really interesting and good. It's just Lily as a character was annoying, and it felt odd. It felt a bit peculiar, her treatment of Rosaline especially. Okay, the next book that we finished this week was The House in the Cerulean Sea on Audible. This one got 2 stars. I know, I think in one of the clips it was sounding like I was enjoying it, and I was at the moment, but it just didn't have a strong aftertaste. So The House in the Cerulean Sea is about these magical children who are put in orphanages, and the main character, Linus, is actually a caseworker, and he goes around to these houses and decides if they're going to get shut down or not, depending on how well the children are being treated based on the rules and regulations. Now, Linus reminds me of evil, boring SpongeBob, who is like a suburban freakazoid, and that's all I could imagine while I was listening to him. He has some character growth towards the end, but boy, it takes a long time for him to get there, and he is so boring. I couldn't stand it. Also, a big issue with this book is that it is very baby's first introduction to like prejudice and like actual horrible atrocities that happen to like indigenous and like black children all over the world, but make it magical and silly. It's kind of odd. The author himself says he got inspiration from a specific area and instance where indigenous children were being taken away from their families and put into white schools. And then he wrote this little fantasy silliness, which the conclusion is, you know, whatever, we just have to be the bigger people. Like, it's okay, we're gonna win them over with kindness. Fight them with kindness, girl. I don't know. It's just a bit odd. I don't think it's written for children. I think it is supposed to be maybe like a young adult or adult book. I don't know, but it definitely should be a children's book. It's very dumbed down concepts, dumbed down version of serious concepts, and yeah, it's just not very good. The dialogue is very, very repetitive and it's not written well. Some of the characters are really cool. The kids are really cool. The narrator on Audible does a really fantastic job. He really carries it. But as a story, it wasn't very good, and it doesn't inspire me to want to read any of his other books. Okay, after we finished House on the Cerulean Sea, then we started American Prometheus on Audible. That is the story about Robert Oppenheimer, and it is sort of what the movie Oppenheimer based its events on. We are on chapter 6 of like 40 in the Audible version, so it's going so far, so good. It's going good so far. I might like it better as a physical book because there's so many names and dates and places, and the way it's being read sounds like there's like mixed media as well. But so far so good. Don't got much to say about it right now. And then the next and final book that we started but haven't finished this week is Hang the Moon by Jeanette Walls. We are on page 73 of this book. So far it's okay. I haven't read enough to really get a good read on it yet, but it's okay. It's not really inspiring me to want to read it a lot. I don't know. It's not holding my attention super well, but I'm going to push through because I'm barely into it. I got to give it more of a chance than that. And maybe we'll end up loving it. I don't know. Alrighty, that concludes this video and this reading challenge. I think we did okay. I mean, we finished 3 books, started 2 books. That's definitely a record for me for this short of a time span. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe. Got it memorized?
Got it memorized?
And I will see you in the next video, which maybe will be a bookshelf tour. What do we think? I think a bookshelf tour is in order. Okay, bye. Love you.